Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 6 of the Rink Moose Hockey Podcast, an episodic podcast where 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5 good friends gather around a table, a hot tub, a swimming pool, a balcony, a bed, and discuss all things NHL and their implications in the fantasy hockey universe. I am one of your hosts, as always, Nick Costu, along with my good friend, finally out of hiding after his beloved Colorado Avalanche, New York Rangers, and Tampa Bay Lightning all eliminated. Kyle Nice. Kyle, how are you doing on this fine Monday evening before the NHL Draft Lottery?
Pretty special day, Nick. Pretty special day. And you know what? We're in a new location today. We're introducing a brand new member of the show, Jordan Luden, who's a colleague of mine at work, at our workplace. And we're in his apartment for this big day. Another big Montreal fan. Finally, we got another Montrealer on the show. Jordan, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you guys both for having me. First time on the podcast, long time listener. I'm a big fan of the podcast and happy to chime in with you guys.
So yeah, I mean, we're basically this is you're in for it. I mean, our audience is in for something right now. We are minutes away from Connor Bedard being the draft lottery, not being selected by a team, but we're going to find out what team is going to select Connor in only a few minutes. It's about 7:50 Eastern Standard Time. The lottery is set to begin at 8. So in about 20 minutes, we're going to find out where Connor's going. And so we're going to have a chance now to kind of dissect, where we think he's going, where we want him to go, all that fun stuff as we're moments away here. So Kyle's itching to get on the mic here. So what are you saying here, Kyle?
I'll tee it up. Like, we're going to get into a couple things. We don't have too much time with you guys, but I'll just quickly go through what we're looking at on the Tankathon here. Best odds: Anaheim, Columbus, Chicago, San Jose, Montreal, Arizona, Philly, Washington, Detroit, St. Louis, and Vancouver. I'll throw in Arizona there because you can only go up 10 spots, but we know who Jordan and I are cheering for. The fans might not know who you are cheering for, Nick. So who do you want to win this lottery?
So, of course, number one pick, San Jose Sharks. I think that team is craving for a franchise player. They have a bunch of terrible contracts. They're probably in the worst state of any NHL team in the league. They have no prospects other than William Eklund and that Robbins character, Tristan Robbins. And they have contracts tied up with Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Logan Couture. It's a fucking mess there, their contract situation. And they just got to get out of it. So they're in a dire state. They need they need to bring some youthful exuberance to that market, and I would love nothing more than for the San Jose Sharks to win this draft. My second pick, I'm going to go with, of course, I'd probably say the Vancouver Canucks. I think it would be what a story for him to come home. Kid from northern Vancouver, born and raised there. He cried when the Canucks lost that Stanley Cup final against the Bruins. I mean, you hear that stuff, and who wouldn't want this kid to go to that team? That's my number 2.
He's as much of a Vancouver fan as Tavares was a Leafs fan. He's got the jammies.
The jammies. I'm sure if you go through the mom's photo booth, photo book, there's definitely pictures of a young Connor tucked in those Vancouver jammies and blankets. Third, I thought Ottawa would have better, or they own one of these picks. Don't they own one of these picks? Surely they do. Oh yeah, the 12th pick. But they can't move it. Yeah.
That pick is top 10 protected, I think. If they
Right.
win the lottery, they can.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'd say my third pick will be the market of the St. Louis Blues. I think that's a very good sports market. I think they deserve a franchise player like Connor. I'll go St. Louis Blues at number 3.
Why don't we,
Jordan? Why don't you give us your rankings?
Yeah. So Jordan, we know you're Montreal.
Big Montreal fan. I think looking at all these teams, Montreal would just be the most exciting team. So many up-and-coming prospects that are just about to hit their prime or hitting their prime now. In addition, Connor Bedard would be to this Montreal team. It'd be so fun to watch. The rebuild by years, and we would get there to the Stanley Cup Finals, and hopefully wins, like right off the bat, I could see. Yeah, size is definitely a factor, especially with Montreal over the years. We've always played smaller than the other teams, but Connor Bedard is just such a phenom. I don't think it would make a difference in this case. He's shown time and time again he could rise to the occasion no matter what um, tournament he's playing in. He could play the whole match, and he would just be ready to light it up right out of the gate, I think.
Excellent, excellent. I don't. Did we get your? Who would you want second and third behind your fabled Montreal Canadiens?
I do like the idea of him staying in Canada. I like Nick's take of him going to Vancouver. Just always a good feel-good story that hometown player stays home. So Vancouver would be my second pick. Correct. Okay. Jose could use another franchise player. I do not want him to go to Chicago. I think that would just be terrible for the league, for the player. That franchise would just. That franchise. That's one of the best money making teams. It's the original 16, but I think they just had so much poor knowledge. Nightmare of a team. You've never seen a team try to tank so hard, and yet they only finished with the third best lottery odds. Like they traded away such good prospects. They could have had Kirby back for years. If they're hesitant to Montreal, already seen the way he turns this guy around, and he's a great player. And I just hope that they wouldn't do the same thing to Connor Bedard.
I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, I never made a third pick. No, they're not. They don't have the odds. It would be fun. I think they're also itching for another franchise player. Imagine him playing with Larkin. That'd be a great 1-2 punch right there. I think why not Anaheim? You could play with Trevor Zegras. Could be very fun to watch. I don't love the team, but him playing with another amazing player, Trevor Zegras, that'd be fun.
His buddy Mason McTavish, good friend.
Here's the thing that concerns me with Anaheim.
Drysdale, your favorite.
Here's my concern with Anaheim. When Zegras is on the ice, he commands the puck. He needs the puck on his stick. The offense goes through Zegras. But Zegras is an asshole, and you know they're going to argue. They're going to argue in the dressing room about who gets to run the power play. It's running through me. Me. I don't think they're going to trade Zegras. I don't think it's a fit. And in the 10 o'clock puck drops, not a fan unless it's San Jose. Let's be honest here, boys, as East Coasters.
I 100% agree. I 100%. But they have the best odds, so I wouldn't be shocked, and they would make it work.
25.5%.
They would make it work. But obviously, my number one pick's Montreal. Number two, definitely Detroit. Detroit has paid their dues at the bottom of the standings after being good for many, many, many years. They've come last once or twice, and they've been bumped down to fourth after not winning any lotteries. They've had terrible luck. Stevie Y doing it right. I think he'd be great. Original six, right down the road. We could go watch him. It'd be like the new Ottawa game to watch. It'd be great. Detroit, number two for me. The next one, there's not a lot of wins for me here. Like I'm looking at these teams, I wouldn't be happy with a lot of them. I'll have to say Vancouver because it's the home pick. But I'm looking at this and I'm starting to sweat a little bit because all of a sudden there's like three teams I would enjoy, and the rest of them I'm going to be completely and utterly depressed. So it's not looking too good for me. No. So following that, why don't we get into some of these players? I got the Bob McKenzie list.
We want to predict where we think he's going to go.
Okay.
Which one do you think he's going to go?
Okay. I think he's going to go to Arizona. That's my gut feeling. There's too much weirdness surrounding that team.
I think he goes to. I think he's going to go to Philadelphia.
Oh, no! I would be so pissed. That's so random, but it's so like, it's going to happen. Like, it just feels sick.
I'm gonna try to use the power of wishful thinking and manifestation. None other than the Montreal Canadiens.
I love to hear that. Philly's in a bad state. They're another team like Chicago. Like they're in a bad state. I feel like Bettman is pulling strings for him to go to Chicago.
Working in Southeast. Yeah. Connor playing a 5,000 person state. I don't. That's why I think it's going to happen. I think it's just like just the devil working his magic. You know, I'm being cynical here, but
Yeah.
listen, I've been running Tankathon like once a week. I'll run the Tankathon sim. Now, I don't like what I see. I don't. I hate it. So I'm in here with low expectations. When it comes time to the balls are rolling around, you know I'm going to be fired up.
Imagine going to Washington and playing with Ovechkin. And imagine Ovechkin breaks the goal scoring record and Bedard is assisting the goal. Isn't that incredible? One generation passing on the puck to another.
That would be crazy.
It'd be a little Saturday slash.
Here's the other thing too. Like gents, I love this Connor Bedard guy, but for me, this is a lottery of two. Because I think Adam Fantilli is good enough where he could have been a first overall pick probably almost every pick since 2015. I would take him over Jack Hughes. That's my initial assessment. You know, this guy's unbelievable. So that's why I think that we've all got our picks here. There's two lotteries tonight. There are two lotteries tonight, and that's really positive.
But that's not how it works, right? Like there's only going to be the one lottery.
Technically, yes. We're going to find out in a second, right?
But there's not going to be two different draws. There's just going to be the one draw.
Correct. Correct. One draw.
They got to do a better job explaining how it works. I'm sorry. It's still very complicated every year. I don't know.
Okay. So they draw two balls, I think, right? My understanding is they draw two balls, like. I'm just trying to piece it together. They draw two balls, and one of them's for second overall, and one of them's for first overall. We have all the odds in front of us. Yeah. And then once they do the flipping the card thing, they already know what's going on.
Yeah, they already know.
When you see that replay of that fucking weird guy pulling out a ball, exactly. That's already happened. But it's already happened now. Right.
It's happened right now, and we're seeing a replay of it. So it's legit.
Why don't you walk us through some of these prospects other than Fantilli?
I want to talk about Fantilli. Okay. So, no, I got the Bob McKenzie top 12 here. We all know Bob McKenzie's the most accurate list because he surveys the scouts. What I find funny about him is the player comparables. Have you seen the list, either of you? Okay. So, Connor Bedard, what would you guys say are his player comparables? Right off, just off the top.
David Pastrnak.
That's fucked. Okay.
Connor McDavid.
Okay. Fair enough. So we have Pastrnak, McDavid. I would say he's like a Jack Hughes with a better shot. Fair? Okay. Craig Button has Steve Yzerman.
You know what? I kind of see it.
Come on, man.
No, because he's a very skilled player. He can make plays and he skates well. But he has also got a good shot. He can score. I would say Joe Sakic.
Yeah,
Joe Sakic.
because he's known for the wrist shot.
Yeah, Joe Sakic and Paul Kariya. Because the size. Yeah. I'd say a blend between Sakic and Kariya. That's mine. Fuck Pastrnak. Yeah, Pronman said Pastrnak. That's why I said Pastrnak. But we all know what we think of. We all know what we think of Pronman
On the show. Pronman's he's a yuppie idiot. So number 2, Adam Fantilli. Okay. I like this comparison. I'm not even ask you guys. Adam Fantilli, he compares him to Nathan McKinnon. Adam Fantilli himself will tell you he's a crossbreed between a McKinnon and a Bergeron. Those are his two favorite players. What a smart guy. Smart kid. So we looked at him. Fantilli, this guy's got he's had a sports psych since he was 15. And you pulled up the quote about him studying Buddhism.
Yeah, he did a world religions class, and he was learning like Sikh and like the Sikh language and stuff like that. It was.
He would be just imagine his post game interviews are already like this guy's been playing in the league for years. He's not even drafted yet. I mentioned it doesn't matter for he's going number 2 overall, but we're going to see him at the World Championships. That'll be fun. Him and Lucic on the same line. The team's garbage. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
I was reading an article about him today. He's in Budapest right now training. And they asked him, how are you going to watch the lottery? Are you going to be in a nightclub like Nick and Kyle the day of the draft? And he's like, oh no, like it'll be like 2 a.m. here, so I'm going to bed at like 10 o'clock, and I'm going to wake up to the news.
Wow, that's shocking. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock. Well, it's about 8 o'clock here.
And Conman's comparable. Jonathan Taves.
That's awful. That is so awful. He's lost all credibility. This is where Button's list goes totally off the reservation. Number 3, Will Smith. NHL player. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Like to jump Carlson like that over a fucking U18 tournament. Bananas. And Button's comparable. Mika Zibanejad for Will Smith. An undersized, silky scent. Like, come on. I'll quickly run through this. We're going to start watching this, so I'm just going to run through Bob's list here, and we're going to get the video on the live stream, so look out for that. But number 4, Leo Carlson, comparable to Nick Backstrom, terrible. Number 5, Matvei Michkov. Jordan, I'm going to hand it over to you. Before I hand it over, Craig Button's comparable for Michkov is a guy named Valery Kharlamov. Who the fuck is that? Nick, have you ever heard of this Valery What a fucking asshole. Jordan, your Montreal Canadiens are drafting 5th overall. Do you take Matvei Michkov knowing the whole Russian factor?
This, I think, is the biggest question in the first round of the draft. I think they don't.
I don't know how, but I think this is so many question marks around this guy. Under contract until 26, 27. He would get out of it. Like
some of the players have done this year. Don't know how that works at all. From what I hear, this guy's skill is incredible. Great goal scorer will be on defensively.
I don't know if he's not from Montreal. I don't know right now. I don't know the character picks now. Jeff Gorton and
specifically.
I heard Kucherov, and it got me excited. And I honestly, I'd have no hesitation taking him because I saw him play in that tournament in Texas. What was that? It wasn't the Holinka, but the one 2 years ago in Texas. Him and Bedard were down there. Yeah, it was the U17, and he was just incredible. He was incredible in that tournament. And let's face it, all these teams at the bottom of the standings, there's no rush to get back into the playoff. So if it takes 3 years to get a really, really good player, fuck it. Take him. Because I think he's that much better than Leo Carlson and Will Smith.
Fuck Will Smith. The other thing, too, you guys know, you're familiar with like NHLE, it's like a metric that shows you're at this level, your projected NHL output is X. So it's some metric. Bedard was, say, call it 140. Michkov was like 135. Yeah. Fantilli's output was like 120. Yeah. So this guy, from like a production standpoint, he's number 2. Easily number 2. He
was arguably as good, if not better, than Bedard in that tournament, that Texas tournament. He was arguably the player of the tournament, and that's the only time those two players have gone against each other, best on best. He stole that show.
I would ask you to settle down just a little with the whole steal the show. If I remember a silky forehand, backhand, roof job from our boy. So, okay, we're getting into it here, so I'll run through the list here. Dalibor Dvorsky at 6. silly Craig Button says Michael Backlund. 6 overall in this draft. I'd be kind of upset with Michael Backlund. Number 7, Ryan Leonard. Comparable Travis Konechny. Again, kind of bullshit. Zach Benson at number 8. Johnny Gaudreau. Okay. Number 9, Gabe Perreault. Jake Gensel. Number 10, David Reinbacher. On the radar of the Montreal Canadiens, Adam Larson. Number 11, Colby Barlow. Matthew Boldy. Number 12, a guy that I would advise you guys keep an eye on. I love this kid as a sleeper. Matthew Wood. Put up good numbers in the NCAA. Really good showing for Canada in international tournaments. Big guy, 6'4", 200 pounds. NHL comparable Tage Thompson. Love the comparison. He passes the eye test. He passes the stats. That's the top 12, and that's where we'll end off.
Boot. Where's Boot?
It only goes to 12.
Well, I want to hear about Boot.
I don't like
He's this Russian kid called Boot. Apparently, he's the next Alex Tuck, which got me really excited. Like a bigger kid, but he's big. He's quick. He's a silky hands. I loved what I heard about Boot. And then there's that Swedish defenseman. We just saw him in the World Juniors, the undersized skill one. Preps. Yeah, he's really good too. He's a sneaky top 4 skilled defenseman. I'll pull it up.
It's a stupid name, but
pull it up.
It's not stupid.
Who was the comparable you had for David Reinbacher? You mentioned that he was on the Habs radar, and I just don't like that pick. I think we already have so many defensive prospects in the system right now. Logan Mailloux, Justin Barron, Jaden Shearer. I think.
So just to answer that question, I got Prawn Man's list here. So Carlson, he's got Leo Carlson looking like a Mikko Rantanen.
That's more reasonable.
He's got Will Smith looking like a Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Fair.
He's got who cares about him?
Linebacker, Brett Pesci of Carolina.
Okay.
Dvorsky, he's got like William Karlsson of Vegas. No? Okay. Boot. Alex Tuck, he's got him as his number 9 rank. So clearly him and Bob McKenzie disagreeing there. And then I think he's somewhere 20th on this list. But man, I remember seeing that kid in the juniors. He was incredible. Oh, Axel Sandin Pelika. He was incredible. I thought he was going to be a top 10 pick when I saw him at the World Juniors.
What does Conman say about the top guys, comparable wise?
Oh no, I think I told you. So he had Bedard looking like a Pasternak. He had Fantilli looking like Jonathan Toews.
Holy fuck!
He had Michkov like Kucherov. He had Carlson like Rantanen, and he had.
You know what? No more. We don't build him up on the show anymore. Don't read his.
He's so on point. Every time we look at he always predicts the draft so well.
No, he doesn't. That's Bob.
No, he's really good at predicting the draft.
Adam Fantilli, just because he went to college, is not Jonathan Toews. He's not like a fucking defensive-minded. He's good defensively, but it's ridiculous. He put up better numbers than Eichel. You're going to call him Jonathan Toews. It's fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Okay, we're going to put this to bed. We're gonna have a live video of our reaction. Me and Jordan are about to go absolutely fucking bananas.
We planned our runway in the condo for us to.
I will say just because there's a lot of landmines out there, I'll be fucking electric for Montreal. I'll be pretty electric for Detroit, and I'll be pretty electric for Vancouver. Any one of those 3 hits. And I consider it a win, because what are you going to do, right? So, that's us signing off. Welcome, Jordan, to the show. We're starting, man!
What do you mean
We're signing off on the audio.
No, we're capturing our audio for the reaction. Of course we are.
I'm not fucking
Yeah. We're still talking. We're talking here. So the draft lottery is just starting. Yeah, turn it up. But we can keep the conversation going. What good is video with no audio? caught you on video.
We're recording. You just got caught. You just got caught live. It is. Yeah. So funny little story about this Connor Bedard guy. I don't know if you guys heard this, but they interviewed Connor McDavid. They're like, "Hey, what do you think of this Bedard character?" And he goes, "Well, have you seen this interview, Jordan? You seen this interview?" They interviewed McDavid about Bedard. He goes, "Well, he's a little more confident than I was at that age. We're at a BioSteel camp, and he's on a 2-on-1 with Sidney Crosby, and he shot the puck. I don't think I would have done that." So this is a confident guy, man. This guy knows who he is.
I mean, look no further than that interview. Like at the end when they won the championship at the World Junior, right? And he said, "This isn't about me. It's about the team. Team first, you know." And all these scouts there he goes. And don't forget, all the scouts, they love the fact he stuck with the Pats. You know, he could have done the Shane Wright. He could have been traded to another better team in the WHL, but he decided to stick with the Pats. It wasn't out of his hands. They offered to trade him, and he said, "I want to stay with the Pats." And he got knocked out in the first round, motherfucker.
I will say that the Saskatchewan connection, absolutely essential for his development. Like, I cannot overstate this enough. The fact that he spent his junior career in Saskatchewan, it means a lot.
I don't understand. So there were like some nice campfire nights in Saskatchewan. There's some good bonding there, like with the boys. Like I don't follow you right now.
You know me well enough from this show and beyond to know that all of the hardest working, most blue collar, best guys on earth live in Saskatchewan. Those are the guys going to his game and saying, "Connor, nice job, buddy." That's what I'm talking about. And being exposed to that at the local Tim Hortons, who's he brushing shoulders with? It's not fucking yuppie rich kids from Toronto. No, it's the farmers. It's the salt of the earth people that he's interacting with at Tim Hortons. That's a bigger lesson than any shooting practice.
I don't know. Sounds like people all over the country were trying to go to those games, so I don't know how much the Saskatoon thing pays off, but okay. So here are the rules. 2 drawings for 16 teams that do not make the playoffs. Teams can only move a max of 10 spots, which, as we discussed, that's why some teams are just out of the mix. If a team in the 12 to 16 range wins the first drawing, the first pick will remain with Anaheim. So again, that's why Anaheim actually has a 25.5% chance of winning this, because really it's only 18.5, but if you combine all the odds of those 12 to 16, it's 25.5. So yeah, they'll be jumping up and down if fucking Pittsburgh, wins it. Oh, we're going here, boys.
Oh my god.
Calgary at 16.
I was going to say, the next one's Nashville.
The number 15 overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs to the National Draft. SLB GM David Claw's last draft representing the franchise since its inception.
So far, so good.
The number 14.
It should be Pittsburgh.
2023 NHL draft belongs to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, how many more for Anaheim to get knocked out here? 2 more. Okay. Buffalo and then Arizona. Okay, yeah. Buffalo and Arizona. Here we go. 13 boys.
The 13 overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs belongs to. The Buffalo Sabres.
Okay, one more to go.
Is Arizona.
Good, boys. It's not looking good for Anaheim. Not looking good for those Anaheim Ducks.
Vancouver, this is a big one.
Vancouver. Here we go. Is the dream coming true for Pajama Boy?
Overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs to.
Ah, the league is not rigged after all. Okay, here we go. The dream is dead. Suck it, Vancouver. Who are we on now? St. Louis. St. Louis. Okay, here we go. One of Nick's picks. Let's go. Nick's number 3.
No.
2023 NHL draft belongs to.
Goddamn. Okay.
Remember, we don't see them. It could be number 1. It could be number 2. We don't know. They've won 8 lottery.
Right. Absolutely.
The number 9 overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs to. The last time they had the 9th overall pick in Motown was back in 2017.
Hello.
Hey, stop. Go back.
Will he play with Ovechkin? Generation to generation. Wow, okay. He will not be playing with the Russian superstar. Nick's prediction. Nick predicted earlier today that he would be going to the Philadelphia Flyers.
God, no.
Is he right?
The number 7 overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs to.
Oh, this is boring. This is just too.
My pick.
All right, this is the one where you know if it's a rig, right, Jordan? This is the one you said. Okay, is Bettman pulling the strings here?
The number 6 overall selection in the 2023 NHL draft belongs to.
Oh, he's not going to Arizona. He will not be. He's so pissed.
Fuck you.
Wow. Okay, here we go, boys. The mic is going right to you, boys. What's happening here? Montreal Canadiens. Connor Bedard. Here we go.
2023 NHL draft belongs to.
No! Damn it. God. Not meant to be. Not meant to be for the Montreal Canadiens.
There's no good options left.
San Jose Sharks, baby. Let's go. This is it.
The number 4 overall selection in the 2023
Come on.
NHL draft.
Come on. Fuck.
This is a bullshit fucking.
Lame. This is so lame. Oh, this is ugly. Okay, okay, please go to Columbus. Just go to.
No.
Just go to Columbus.
Fuck Columbus.
Oh, fuck you. What happened to Columbus?
What the fuck is he talking about?
Well, nothing changed. Why is Columbus out of the ranking? Why?
Chicago and Anaheim have won the lotteries. And he didn't even fucking reveal that. What the hell? What just happened, man?
Wow, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Yeah, I mean that was ridiculous. What did he say? He just snuck that in there. He's like, "Well, Columbus is out." Columbus is out. I did not catch that. I'm stunned.
And it's like they revealed Columbus, and we didn't even see it revealed because it should have been Chicago, but we didn't see that. So it's rigged.
It's rigged. Columbus won, and then they had to fucking scrap it. This is a joke. Twitter is losing it. Twitter is losing it right now. I'm pissed, boys. This is awful. This generational player is going to one of these shitty teams. What a joke. What an absolute joke.
Moved down from 5.
Which means you're getting Will Smith. Congrats. That's the way you're slated to go. Will Smith.
That's not.
It seems like a Montreal pick. That Hughes, he's definitely going to pick Will Smith.
Stress-free.
Oh. Chicago, Anaheim. What do you want?
What do you want? I want Chicago.
I said I don't want Chicago earlier, but now I want to be able to watch him. Original six.
Yeah, Zegras? You want to cheer for Zegras?
No. You know what? You guys have changed my mind. I'd like to see Chicago as well. Oh, true.
They have to hear Kevin Weeks say, "You're not getting Bedard. Goodbye." We're cutting a commercial.
Columbus is the only team that moved down. The only team that moved down.
And they didn't even get to see it. They didn't even get to see it. It's terrible. Poor fans.
This is
Who gives a fuck? Just get to Bedard. Give me Bedard.
I have no reaction anymore because I don't really
No. Hello.
Wait, guys, wait. I don't think they've drawn number 3 yet. I have no idea. Maybe he made a mistake. I think he made a mistake. He fucking blew it. He blew it. They haven't drawn 3 yet. And he goes, oh, well, Columbus at 3.
Explaining on Twitter right now.
Okay.
We are back. Number 3 is being drawn here, boys.
We know what the fuck it's going to be.
Kevin Weeks fucked him.
Guys.
Here we go. Anaheim or Chicago? They have fans? They have fans in Anaheim? Well, they're happy. They're getting Fantilli. Yeah, they're so happy right now. Yeah.
Chicago.
There you go.
So lame.
I don't know.
Lame.
That's fine. That's
Bird in Chicago, and it starts with Connor Bedard.
So Jonathan Taves gets to welcome him into the league, mentor him. You like that story?
no.
He's done?
Jonathan Taves is done.
Even with Bedard going. Oh man, that's awful. Wow.
Anaheim's going to be fucking sick. Anaheim's going to be really sick. Like Fantilli and McTavish. My God. Come on. But come on. This is an injustice here because not only were they a dynasty of the last decade, but then they had all that fucking drama about. I don't even want to get into it, but they just got torn to shreds from a PR perspective. And they win the lottery. It's fucking fucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so predictable, right? NHL, Blackhawks, like you said, Original Six. They're always on national TV on those NBC games. This is just perfect for them. They need to be relevant again. This makes them relevant.
I will say, they accomplished their mission. They had probably the most obvious tank I've ever seen an NHL team do. Just tons of great assets. In the rebuild, they didn't finish with the top odds, yet here they land Connor Bedard, and I guess it just works out for them. It's good for them.
Kyle Davidson was behind it the entire time. This Kyle Dubas wannabe. It's true.
Down the road, we're excited. It's a great day. We'll catch your breath and some oxygen. More importantly, go celebrate with your staff.
What are you celebrating tonight, Kyle?
This fucking guy?
I don't know.
Round 1 of the NHL draft, June 28th. Look forward to that. No suspense, really. We know where Fantilli and Bedard are going now. Michkov? I guess Michkov to Columbus?
I see it.
Will Smith to Montreal.
What does Columbus need? Center.
So the Leo Carlson?
Carlson or Smith?
Kukalainen, I think he'll go with the European player, don't you think?
What does-
Yarmo will go with this. But he's Finnish. He hates the Swedes. He hates fucking Swedes.
What does San Jose need? Everything?
Everything under the sun. Michkov, but they can wait. So I think he might go to San Jose, which would be interesting. Fuck no.
Montreal will have the pick of the litter after that.
Yeah.
Kyle. Not a fan. Low ceiling. Ask me how I feel about Anton Lundell. Similar response. Good second liner, maybe.
I will say, it seems to be this year's Yuri Slavkovsky. You know, build pack rankings all year, then has this one great tournament to end the year, show a few rankings, and I just hope we don't make that same pick like we did with Uri. Not to write off Uri already, he's only been one season, he didn't play too many games, but it seems to be what happened last year.
Well, there'll be lots of draft breakdowns heading into it, and let the prognostications and the predictions begin, because now we know our order. So, yeah, that's a wrap on us. Hope you enjoyed our analysis of the draft lottery. Shame it wasn't Montreal. Shame it wasn't San Jose. But Connor Bedard is now a Chicago Blackhawk. So we'll leave it at that. We hope you look forward to our next episode where we'll break down the Leafs' loss and all the shenanigans coming from that, and who's getting fired, who's not getting fired, what's gonna happen with the blow up. It's all coming to a conclusion Wednesday night, hopefully. So we will see you then. We'll see you on the other side. Hope you enjoyed our coverage again. And until then, Rink Moose is signing off.